Hi everybody, I'm Spat. I'm the prop gun guy, and there's been a lot of talk lately about that movie that shall not be named. I think that's going to become the new Macbeth for film, where we're not ever going to say that name, and about the actor involved and everybody else, and where the screw-ups were and what happened. People are talking about it, but nobody really knows exactly what happened, and I'm not going to try and discuss what happened or what might have happened or who says what and who says what. Instead, I'm going to go over what should have happened. How about that? All right, so on a movie set, working in a Wild West setting, you're going to be using prop guns like these. These are old school 6-shooters. So this is a prop. And let's make sure everybody's clear that this is just a prop. Can't fire, can't do anything. But on the set, they would have a hero live fire version that's going to shoot blanks, not live ammo. When we talk about live fire on a movie set, we mean blank firing, because there's no concept of using live ammunition on a movie set, not in 80 years. So they'll have a live fire version of the gun that either the armorer will buy, rent, or own, that'll be propped in a way to make it only accept blank ammunition. The barrel might be plugged in some way to limit what can come out of the barrel, to keep it safe, quote unquote, because it's not safe. Even a blank firing gun can be dangerous. But in addition to that live fire version, they're going to have a prop version, which will be like this. This is a hero, so it looks good on camera, but doesn't do anything. And then the art department or the prop master will then make copies of this, and they might have some rubber versions as well to have on set. So the rubber version, whenever he's falling down or waving it and running or hitting somebody in the head with it, that's going to be the rubber version. Whenever he's just walking around with it in a holster, or even pulling it out and waving it at people but not pulling the trigger, doing his little tricks with it and putting it away, that's going to be the hero non-firing version. And they'll go through and they'll rehearse, and he's going to rehearse with the gun pointing in a safe direction, because when they switch out to the live fire version, something is still going to come out of that barrel. So you're not going to rehearse pointing it at a person either on or off camera and then pulling the trigger, because you're not going to do that during the take. So that part is still confusing, and we'll have to figure that out. But he's going to rehearse, he's going to figure out where his blocking is, who he's pointing the gun at, or what direction he's pointing the gun at, and making sure that that line is clear, because the blank might go 20 feet with the wad or the fire and smoke and whatever debris. They're not going to point it directly at the camera unless the camera is well protected and covered by plexiglass and all sorts of other stuff. And then when it's finally ready and they've decided, okay, we've tested everything out, we're sure this is how we want to do it, the director's going to say, let's try one for real. And then the AD is going to come in and go through his safety speech. They're going to point out where the medic is on set. They're going to bring in the prop department, who's going to take the prop gun out of the actor's hand, and that's going to go away somewhere. And then makeup's going to come out. Everybody's going to start putting on their ear protection and eye protection. The actor firing the gun is going to get ear protection. And I'm sure you're saying, but Spat, I've seen a lot of movies, and they don't have big earmuffs on the actors when they're firing guns. No, what they have are the little tiny foam earplugs, that they put into the actor's ear, and then they trim them down really, really short, and then the makeup department will paint them to match the actor's skin. So now you can go back and watch all your action movies and try and spot the earplugs on the actors, because they're going to be there, I guarantee it. So once that's all set, they're going to give the armorer the permission to yell cut, because the armorer might have to. They might see something that's off that they want to yell cut for. That's going to give them more safety and more control over the set. If the scene requires the actor to fire twice, the armorer is going to load 2 blanks into that gun. No more, no less. That's how it is. They don't overload the weapon. They're going to come in, they're going to hand the weapon to the actor and tell him that this weapon is hot. They're going to yell hot 80 times. Hot, hot, hot. Hot set, hot prop, hot gun. Hot, hot, hot. And the actor's going to get it. And now you're going to say, of course, he's going to check the gun, because he has to check it. That's not right. Once it's you know it's hot, there's no need to check it. Because if you check it by opening this up and, I got to look at the cylinder and see where the round is, now you've moved them out of order. Because the armorer has set which round is in which chamber ready for the take. If he looks and starts messing around, now the armorer's going to take it back and redo it. If he pulls the rounds out to test them and see what they are, the armorer's got to put them all back in and redo it. So when it's a hot prop, there's no need to test it. If you're handed a cold prop, that's when you open it, spin them, and make sure there's nothing in it. Look, it's empty. There's nothing in the barrels. It's cold. Now I can go through the rest of my take. That's how it works on a movie set. That's how it should have worked on this movie set. It apparently did not work on this way on that movie set. We'll one day hopefully know why, and we'll figure out who is really to blame. But that should be the takeaway. Hot prop, you don't test. Cold prop, you do. Never point it, even during rehearsals, at anybody and pull the trigger, because why would you rehearse that way if that's not what you're going to do during the take? Earplugs, there's going to be earplugs. If that matters to anybody. So that's the newest take. Thank you all for all the questions I've been getting about what props and how these all work on movie sets. If you have any other questions, send them along, and I'll try and answer them, and maybe even make a new video. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.